all
Here are
day
the
on
top
that
5 things
game.
that killed Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders went from one of the biggest games on Twitch to falling off fast. Here's why. At number 5, we have trigger grenades. These were broken for months, everyone knew it, yet it took way too long.
Bro, like, Aimkey's, you know, he's cool, I guess. You know what I mean? But bro, he be talking so weird. Like, this guy, he's not...
long to get nerfed. A problem that obviously should have been fixed from one of the biggest games on Twitch to falling off fast. Here's why. At number 5, we have trigger grenades. These were broken for months, everyone knew it, yet it took way too long to get nerfed. A problem that obviously should have been fixed immediately. At number 4, we have lack of bans for stream snipers and cheaters. Many of the top streamers quit because they were constantly dealing with the same stream snipers and cheaters, and if your biggest creator stopped playing, that's a huge issue. Number 3, the Christmas vacation. The game exploded in popularity, but Embark wasn't ready for it. Right when the game needed fast updates and fixes, the momentum completely stopped. Number 2 is duping. You can literally buy any item in the game right now online for cheap. It completely kills the point of farming. You constantly run into the same dupe loadouts on Stella like Bobcats and Volcanoes with gold stocks. It makes progression feel pointless and the economy completely broken. And at number 1, the lack of endgame content. There's not much left to do. No real endgame means players eventually run out of reasons to keep playing. What is the biggest reason Arc Raiders fell off in your opinion? Let me know in the comments below. Here are the top 5 things that killed.
That video's so annoying, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, I mean, teenades. Yeah, teenades. I mean, stream snipers. Yeah. You know, I like to think a company that makes the money that, you know, these big game devs do. You know, I've always kind of thought that if I was in that position or in those shoes, you know, you can probably carve out 100K or 50K, however much you want to offer up for a job like that. But, you know, you could have a team or maybe a couple people or something. It could just be a small team, you know, that kind of goes around just maybe stream to stream and tries to protect. You know, it sounds a little crazy, but at the end of the day, you probably want big creators to feel good playing the game. You know, and the truth is, stream snipers are a problem, and it does get a little bit annoying. We've accepted that it's just part of the game. You know, I don't need, like, I wouldn't put stream sniping on my top 5 list. I really wouldn't. I mean, it's like I've just accepted that it's part of my job. You know, it's like if I'm going to be doing this in front of a lot of people, you know, and you're doing it with no delay, there's going to be stream snipers and people doing stupid shit. But yeah, like with that being said, I still think it'd be nice, you know, I guess maybe dream scenario. I mean, chat, they make so much money. They make stupid money. It's a job opportunity for another person. It's, you know, somebody who wants to get into the game developer space. They can be in the office. They can be doing something cool, you know. I don't know. Anyway, Christmas vacation, I agree with his take. I don't know if I put it in the top 5 though. Yeah, they did have a lot of momentum, bro. Then they just fucked off. They just fucked off, man. No updates. There wasn't anything going on. The duping is definitely an issue. The lack of endgame and duping, combining the two, Chet, Arc Raiders for me, the same thing over and over again. You know, it's like people make the argument that's what you do on Apex or Call of Duty or whatever, but it's not. Like Call of Duty, there's a new game every year. There's a bunch of new updates. They make, you know, gun changes and weapon changes all the time. Arc doesn't really do that, you know? And then at the end of the day, it's an extraction shooter. And I always, it felt kind of weird after playing it for like a year where there's not a single item in the extraction game that feels good to get. I mean, how do you not update the loot pool? So when your players are trying to find things, that's crazy to me. You can't put like a book or a trophy or just anything. They even have a place. Don't you have like a room back in Speranza where you can like show off the stuff you have? I mean, they should have tapped into that a little bit to where you could like put things that you found that you really like up on your shelves. I mean, that would have been sick. People would have played the game way longer. You know, there would have been things to go out and grind for and try to play. So it ain't a Delta Force, I know, but like that's what an extraction shooter should strive to be because they understand. I mean, that's what you should be doing. All we ever had was a duck and a boat. You know, it's pretty stupid. So, you're not even speaking your own thoughts at that point. I mean, that's what I've always said. I've kind of always said this stuff, you know. Those are big ones. It's an extraction shooter and there isn't anything to extract but a little boat or a duck. Or maybe you can get a gold stock on your Bobcat, you know, after the 800th time, right? It seems it's just they don't understand, you know? Their game blew up so quick that they thought they were hot shit, they don't need to do anything. Well, now, I mean, how many people are playing it right now? How do you tell